There's only so long you can keep me quiet. Known to stab like Kiki Wyatt. Let's get it. What up, Fight World? Your boy Ego. The gang is back. Grab your backpack. I'm about to take a nap and put you in a knapsack. I'm a battle cat. Shout out to Real Richmond, Bay Area. Excuse me. I was eating a little bit of something. A little leftovers. Pardon me. That's how AJ needs to do Grey Poupon commercials. Like, sir, can I trouble you? Do you have any Grey Poupon with Jerome Miller? I was wondering if I could trouble you for some Grey Poupon. New media and Grey Poupon. Big Baby Miller. He says he will take my mum out for tea and crumpets. Grey Poupon. Let me stop. What's up with everybody? Why niggas look bad? Y'all supposed to be happy that I'm free. Y'all look like y'all want me to stay in jail. Punk bust. You know what? I'm going to put that on. We're going to put that beat on. We just warming up, yo. Give me a... You should have your shit together, Ego. God damn it. You're taking too long. Hold on. We gotta do some Death Row East style. You know, new media style. We gotta hit him over the head with some of that throwback. It's about to be Thursday. Here's that Throwback Thursday. Big Baby just fought at a rec center in the middle of Kansas. I'm done, bro. See, that's what I'm saying. Eddie Hearn be putting his show, some of his DAZN shows in like bingo halls and shit. Like old people screaming bingo and shit. And Humberto Soto and Rio. What? Come on, man. We got to talk about it. Death Row East style. Get about your seats. The kid is back. What the fuck is this? They made this on a Casio? This doesn't even sound like the beat. Yeah. All right. Clear enough for you. That's right. That sounded crazy at first. Why niggas look bad? Y'all supposed to be happy I'm free. Y'all niggas look like y'all want to be stay in jail. Punk bust. Picture me rolling in my 500 bits. I got enough niggas just need to be friends. They got me under surveillance. That's what somebody tell it. So, but I ain't the one telling. Don't want to be another number. Hey yo, the federales want to see me dead. Niggas put righteous on my head. Now I got 2 Rottweilers by my bed. I feed them lead. Yeah, Death Row East. Machiavelli the Dawn. Once again, it's on Death Row East. Picture me rolling, busting the bins that isn't stolen. Why niggas live bad? Y'all supposed to be happy new media here. Looking like the Unabomber. Yeah, I love the movie Cyborg. With Van Damme. He was doing the splits like this up top. You know, right above that bodybuilder. I think Ralph Mueller. We well culture. Picture me rolling. They got me free like OJ all day. They can't stop us. Throw up your dubs. Death Row East, I told y'all, is on. Shout out to the channel members. Number 1 on my list, Clinton Correctional Facility. Yeah, that bitch had a lot to say in court. You know, the Man fans, they had a lot to say too. Till we put them in the hot seat. Death Row. Eagle Valley in the place. 9-6. Yeah. Picture me rolling roll call. Smash the like button. We're going to talk about this Anthony Joshua. Oh, we got to talk about Anthony Joshua. And Big Baby. He got himself a bag. I know the Man fans is mad. AJ fans is sad. Eddie Hearns has returned to spread some more germs in the moon. Let's get it, people. Death Row. Can y'all hear me? YouTube is hating right now. They're not sending no notification. We don't even need no notification. I don't care, bro. I don't care if I sold 1 or 1 million, but I think you should. If I only sold 1, out comes the hood. The outcome ain't good. Then out comes the wolves. The outcome ain't good. Oh my God. Can y'all hear me? Are you guys there? See, we got the feds watching our station and shit. They don't know what I'm going to say. Picture me rolling. See, look. Kieri John, I never get your notifications anymore. That's what I'm saying, bro. They got me on a ban or some shit. The Black Channel. Like, I think it's because I say some funny, crazy things. So maybe, YouTube's trying to get PC. And on this live stream, like if I was just live streaming like a weigh-in or media workout, they probably wouldn't trip. But, we talk about all types of stuff. We be going in with the hot seat, So YouTube's like, the Black Channel. Why do Black? We need protection. Hey, I like that shit. YouTube, the Black Channel. Why do Black Channel still talk about AJ? Get off his back, will ya? I don't know what the fuck is. See, the thing is with YouTube, they have the algorithm, and they always try to change shit. And I don't know what I don't know what the fuck they're doing, But shit, as long as that paycheck is looking right, which it has been, then we good. As long as that pay look right, okay. So I don't know. So nothing else is affected. It's just people ain't getting the stream. So I just feel bad for the fans. But anyway, let's talk about it. Gerald Miller, Big Baby Miller, was announced for Anthony Joshua, today, yesterday, depending on where you live in this world. Me, it's only 10 o'clock for me, so, it was still today. It's kind of light, y'all. It's kind of light. What I mean by light is it's crystal light out here. He announced the fight. It wasn't no major noise. You feel me? Like, I don't feel like it made like a huge splat. Me personally. I have a channel. Like, I don't see nobody doing videos announcing the fight and the video blew up and it's doing crazy. Like, no, ain't nobody doing no crazy numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like, who I ain't seen no channel do no crazy numbers from announcing the fight. But I remember when I announced Wilder Fury, we got good numbers. When I announced Canelo Jacobs on my channel, we got good numbers, So that's also an indication. You see, because I know YouTube. I've been on a YouTube platform full time for a while. And the thing is, I make my living off of this. So usually if the fight's big enough, even like Pacquiao Broner, you see an influx of searches on that particular fight. People are like, oh, what the fuck is going on? So everybody gets like a big jolt if you have content and the day of an announcement. Like I said, most recently, I would say Canelo versus Daniel Jacobs. My live stream, we got super chats. It was hitting. They was feeding it out to everybody. I did regular videos. Shit was growing and shit. I don't know. You know, YouTube counter be, I don't know. YouTube be doing some weird stuff. But I did videos on Anthony Joshua and Miller. They had like okay views, you know, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Like, I'm not seeing nobody took, I haven't seen nothing. You know, I usually see on my homepage, I ain't seen nobody just do no video that just blew up and it's had like, you know, 55,000 in a couple hours or even several hours. So, you know, that's the initial reaction of the fight. I know a lot of people want to blame new media. Listen, here's another thing. I got to get this off my chest. I've said this time and time again. This is not directed at any one person. My name is Ego. Nice to meet you. Don't tell me what other people are doing. Don't tell me what other people are saying. And for damn sure, don't use what other people say against me. That's one thing that I detest, because you have people who will go to, you know, I'm not a fan. Like, let me take that back. I am a fan of boxing, but this is also my job. This is also my business, right? So I'm not merely a fan. I still have a love for the sport. You got to have a love for the sport, because there's some bullshit, and, you know, you see a lot of bullshit in this game. You know, it's cutthroat from the business side. You know, I see fighters get fucked over, poor decisions, you know, bad judges that keep getting to judge fights, shitty refs that keep getting to ref fights, big fights, you know, you see all of that. But the worst thing is, you know, some of the fans, like, they're just like, they just want to be informed and talk boxing and stuff. They go to everybody's channel. I don't do that. You know, when I first got on YouTube, like, you know, I'm talking about 2000, whenever, you know, 2011 or whatever, when I was like, just before I was really starting out, yeah, I used to watch a ton of just different boxing, but a lot of those people aren't even around anymore. You know, there's only a few that really stood the test of time, that is still relevant, you know, and still, you know, making noise in the boxing game. But anyway, the thing is, some of you guys love boxing to the point where you watch everybody's shit, you know, and I don't know if people get people confused or just lump people in. You know, I hear all types of shit and be like, oh, yeah, you said this. I'm like, I never said that. You know, oh, you said blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I didn't say that. You know, so again, this is not a message or a diss or anything. This is just, you know, the Fight Club rules. Hold me accountable for what I say. I can't control, you know, there's people I'm cool with. There's fighters, there's trainers, there's other channels, you know, all types of people that I'm cool with. But I can't be held responsible for everybody's opinion. Everybody has their opinion on different matters. There's some people that I typically agree with, but then maybe one standpoint they have, whatever they say, I don't agree with. So, you know, we got to get off of that, especially for you motherfuckers that just watch everybody's shit. Don't lump me with nobody. Unless you heard me say it, then it don't affect me. It don't count to me. You dig? Yeah, I ain't say no Phil Florida Phil. Exactly. That's what people want to do. They want to try to group you, like box you in and say, hey, you said Conor McGregor would beat Floyd. I never said that. I don't know where you got that. You know, you said Charlo, blah, blah. I didn't say that. So I think that's fair. Hold me accountable for what I say, what I do. I'm with that. If I make my bed, I'll lie in it. I'll be held accountable for what I say. Some of y'all don't sleep in beds. Y'all sleep in futons, and, you know, you got a mattress on the ground. You got an air mattress. Some of y'all probably sleep on the couch, you know. So, like I said, I'll live and die by the choices I make and what I say and what I talk about and what I brought to you. You know, people always want me to get into other people's shit and, hey, what do you think of this channel doing this? And this channel said, that's them. You know, I don't really know. I don't know what other people are doing. People different, like, directives, different motivation, you know, much love and positivity to everybody. I'm not. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm so alpha. I'm so real with this. This is not a front. I really genuinely don't care. I care about me and mine, my direct circle, my family, my friends, I don't got time to be up in Kim Kardashian's business like that. And, but Kanye, I don't care. That's him. If he loved Donald Trump, I could react and say my opinion on it, but that's what's wrong with this society. Too many people are like consumed, and see, this is the thing, is never ending with some shit like the internet. It's powerful, so there really is no end. If you just listen to what people say and opinions, it's endless. There's always going to be people who publicly put out their opinion as long as we have this internet. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really be worried about the opinions of others. Like that saying, that proverb, it says tigers or lions don't concern themselves with the opinion of sheep. Yeah, I'm making my own moves. I'm studying like billionaires and, trying to educate myself, trying to learn new software, trying to, increase profitability on my brand. I don't got time to worry about what these other motherfuckers is doing. And I don't really care either. So if you didn't hear from me, might as well not even tell me about it. I'm not saying you can't tell me about nothing that's going on, but some of y'all be coming back to me saying I said some shit. That, you lied. You said Tyson Fury beat Wilder. Like, I didn't say that. I said it was a draw. So I don't know where you're getting at. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to David Turner. David Turner, appreciate you. We slapping these man fans like Ike Turner. Oh, you gonna eat the cake, anime. This some good ass cake, y'all. You gonna eat the cake, anime. We hit the man fans getting ate up. They getting hit like anime. Let's get it. $5 super chat. How do you feel about Floyd Mayweather still buying Gucci after the black community banning Gucci designer for racial material? I mean, that's his choice. It's his brand. It's his profile. I think he takes a hit there because, you're entitled to spend your money how you want to spend it. But he's see, this is the thing. I feel like some people try to go out of their way to be different. Like, you ever see one of them Hot Topic Spencer Gift motherfuckers that work there and they doing something crazy? They like got like the earlobes with like fucking hula hoops in it, and the piercings right here and in their eyelid. It's like you trying so hard to be different, and to me it seems like Floyd, he's trying so hard to say I don't follow trends and stuff like that, to the point of it doesn't even really make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to be stubborn and prideful and say you don't follow waves. And the thing is, like, racism is not a wave. That's not a trend. It's not like people are being racist and then, something else is going to come along. Like, oh yeah, fuck racism, and then they're going to, they're going to switch to, attacking people's religion or abortion. It's not a trend. So with him, what he said to TMZ really made no sense if you think about it. He was like, yeah, I don't care what other people say. I don't follow people's trends, and to me, I just feel like Floyd doesn't realize, or he does realize and doesn't care, I don't know, the impact of what he is on the culture, the hip-hop culture, the black community. And if he did, he would probably reconsider, or would want to reconsider. Like I said, it's sad. It's sad if you think about it. Like, I can't say for a fact, but in my heart of all hearts, I do believe, right? If Canelo, the prideful person that he showed, you know what I'm saying? If something was like, there was masses of Mexican people that were bothered with, I don't know, let's say a designer came out with some trunks, like build the wall trunks or something, and it demoralized and disenchanted his people, his culture, Mexicans, that ethnicity, right? I doubt Canelo would just get on the mic. I was born ready. I'm gonna buy some shorts. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to really go out there, just to go against the grain. And all these like Mexican people are hurting because of this trend or new clothing line or whatever, and he's gonna go out of his way to be on TMZ talking about, yeah, I'm about to drop 200K with them. I don't care what people are mad at. They could be mad at me. You know, I don't think he would do that. Me personally. I don't know Canelo personally, but I don't think he would do that. You know, based on what I've seen him, he seems like a very prideful. He even tells you. He says, as always, when it comes to Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence, he said, as always, my support is with the Mexican. He literally said that on tape. It's on ESPN. Go look at it. They asked him about Errol Spence. He sounded like he was leaning towards Errol Spence to win the fight, but he literally said, you know, as always, my support is with the Mexican fighter, right? David Benavidez did the same thing. Even though we all knew Hugo Ruiz was going to get smoked by Tank Davis, he was on Showtime on national TV. Millions of people have access to watch that, right? And he says, I got to go with the Mexican. I'm going with Hugo Ruiz. So you look at the, African-American community and their representation, a guy who's made it out the hood and comes from a fight family everybody knows in Floyd Mayweather, and black people in general. Now, I'm not saying every single person, but a lot of them in the culture are feeling the type of way, and he's telling you, fuck that, I'm supporting Gucci. Like, it's like you almost, the way people take it, you almost separate yourself from the culture. Like, people are like, oh, okay, you just gonna go out of your way to spend money with somebody. Like, listen, and the thing is, Gucci apologized. So obviously, I don't apologize for shit that I didn't do. You know what I'm saying? So if they had an apology, then they have to realize that, oh shit, this was like a blunder or blooper. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was intentional. It looks bad. It looks intentional, but we don't know. I don't know the production, secrets and shit. I don't. But for whatever reason, it got released and they got the backlash and they apologized. And then you got Floyd Mayweather coming out and just like, yo, man, I'm spending all this money with him. It's like you trying too hard to go against the grain. But, like I said, to each his own. He can spend his money how he wants. But this is the thing. When I swear, when people are cooning or perceived cooning, the thing is, when you alienate yourself from, the people that have always supported you, then the thing is, like, you can't come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how the community look. Like, even on a street level, there's people, I'm not gonna say no names, but there's people who are like from the hood in San Francisco, in Oakland, and they're almost banned from coming back, because of behavior and shit that they've done. So it's like, it wouldn't be advantageous for them to come, or Richmond or whatever. There's some people that basically they get exiled, because of whatever behavior. That's just on a street level. You know what I mean? That's on a street level. You're like, damn. Like, for real? Oh my gosh. And this the other thing. What's the chick that was the black lady? I'm drawing a blank. Man, I'm getting old and shit. I'm drawing a blank. What's the black lady that stopped working at the White House? What is her name? She was under Trump, the Trump administration. This is not too long ago, 6, 7, 8 months ago. What is her name? No, not Condoleezza Rice. Yeah, it's Omarosa. Thank you. Prime example. So, in my opinion, she's somebody that is kind of like disassociated with a lot of black America. you know, just in general. I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying in general. Like people like just, you know, heard some shit she would vouch for and it didn't really necessarily resonate. So then when she stopped working with, when Omarosa started working with Trump, and then now she wants to do tell-all books and different shit and like come out and like switch up. Same thing with Stacey Dash. Stacey Dash, she was doing all this like dumb shit for Fox, you know, being a pawn and saying all kinds of crazy shit. Maybe that's how she felt or whatever. But guess what? When that run is over and when they're done using you, now you have nowhere to go back to. Because the racists ain't going to embrace you. People who are actually racist, they're not going to embrace you. And like, oh, yeah, come here. You got a place to stay. Right? And then you just like aimless at that point, you know? And that's just the reality of it when people who coon, like people are like, okay, that's what it is. And then if the situation doesn't work out, you know, it's kind of like, it's like having a job and you've been with that job for 7 years, put your 2 weeks in. Don't just like, oh, I got a new job, fuck these motherfuckers, and then just bounce and then never return and don't fulfill your 2 weeks. You know, some people, I know a lot of people like that. They be on that hood mentality. So they find another job and then they leave on bad terms. They'll put their 2 weeks in and then they'll just stop showing up, keep calling in sick, keep calling in sick. The job knows what it is. So they're going to just, you know, sever the employment early, send you your last check. So, you know, because they can't rely on you, obviously, for the last 2 weeks because you keep calling in sick on the weekends and stuff like that. You may or may not show up. So they'll just finish it. And then what happens when that job, you know, ends up closing 6 months later? Now you can't go back to your last job that you were at that place for 7 years. You get what I'm saying? So I've always learned in business, never burn your bridges because you never know if you have to cross that bridge again. You know, some people are ignorant and they don't give a fuck. You know, they'll just burn the bridge and like worry about it later. I was never taught like that. You know, some people like I said, some people got that hood mentality, so they don't give a fuck. They're like, oh, fuck it, rah, 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 you know, and then they just do whatever and then deal with whatever the consequences are later. I could go back to any job I've ever had. I'm on good terms, you know. So if this YouTube didn't work out and I needed a job and I was in a pinch or something, boom, you know, it's not like I'm not rehireable. So you got to remember that. You know, like even Floyd, he got all the money, but what if the boxing paychecks slow up? You know, you want to do club appearances, people, you know, get paid that way, or let's say you come out with your own alcohol or something like that. You might have offended people with what you did. Some people might boycott you now, you know? So it is, if that doesn't matter to you, then it is what it is. Yeah, I could go back to Baskin Robbins. I would never do that. That was the worst job I ever had. The motherfuckers was rude as fuck. That was like, I mean, I've had some angry, irate customers, but not like Baskin Robbins. Them motherfuckers, give me some fucking ice cream, bitch. Like, what? Like, I'm gonna slap you. And like, just like I said, just how Floyd did it, at least show compassion. Even if you were going to shop at Gucci, you know, at least act like you care. You know what I'm saying? Like, why even do it like that? That's my thing. Man, I tell you, there's issues within the black community. And this is what the racists love. They love, because they love inner turmoil. There's turmoil amongst, you know, black guy versus black guy or whatever. They like that. Because it makes their job easy. They ain't even got to step in the way, you know. Motherfuckers can't get along on their own. They, you know, mad at each other, hating on each other, crabs in a bucket, not supporting each other, you know. And I'm not a material person, so I don't give a fuck about name brands like that, you know. I don't care about name brand. It's just like, do you really have to wear Gucci particularly? Like, there's other expensive ass shit, other designers that, you know, Balenciaga or some shit like that is expensive. You know, you can find expensive, you know. And the thing is, it's not like, oh yeah, I like Gucci, and so I don't care if motherfuckers is mad. The thing is, why wouldn't you be mad? You know, like, did you? I don't know, man. It is what it is. It's not like, oh, I'm not trying to be mad because other people. You don't feel no type of way. This is what Wilder was talking about. Yo, people too. Yo, people too. You know. Motherfucker named Kid Poker, and he just got poked by one of my shooters. Shout out to y'all. Kenny Linder on y'all. What is the fascination with coming to my channel for 3 seconds of dumb comments and then just getting clapped in front of everybody? We in the chat and you just blasted out of here, and now you got to go scramble to make another page. Like this, I don't even understand the fascination with that. You know, I don't know if you have to be a certain age. Maybe I'm like not young enough, but I really don't even understand. Like, instead of just being just a regular person in the chat, just talking boxing, like, they know what's gonna happen, and they do it anyway, and then come back and keep. I don't know. Fuck it. If that's what you want, my shooters will deliver. We like Domino's. We will deliver. Shout out to Milton Johnson, $10 super chat. Appreciate you. Yeah, we just grinding. Let's talk about this Anthony Joshua shit. The Black Channel. Why would Milton donate $10? The Black Channel. Why would AJ pick? They be so mad too. Yeah, they need attention, huh? Shout out to Kerry Johnson. He said, I was always taught that if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Facts. Facts. That, you know, I remember Denny's had this thing where it's like a lot of the Denny's restaurants in Texaco, you know, gas chains or whatever, they had like real big issues where it like blew up in people's face, like that there was like open racism and, you know, these documented cases. You know, I'm not saying that people don't eventually go back to Denny's and stuff like that, but that's like you just saying, man, I'm going to Denny's right now. Fuck that. Man, I need me a Moons Over Miami. Like damn, like that puts you in the mood to support. Man, it's crazy in the black community. Like you sometimes you don't see blacks support other black businesses. You really don't. You know, but they'll be quick. It's the same thing in boxing if you think about it. Same thing in boxing. Like, there could be somebody who of another race who's okay, you know, maybe has discipline, like Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., right? He all right, but he be fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Like, he be fucking up, not making weight and coming out. Like, you had the biggest fight of your career at the time, and you coming out in pink chonies, eating cereal. Your daddy trying to give you the game on how to beat Sergio Martinez. You eating some cereal in your drawers. Like, what? I know y'all seen that on HBO 24/7. That motherfucker was like you, like fucking half baked or something. Like, what? This is weird, you know. So Chavez Jr., yeah, you know, he can scrap a little bit, but he be fucking up. But you still have like Mexican fans just loyal, just like, man, I have so much respect for his pops. You know, I'm fucking with the Chavez headband. I'm supporting. Woo, woo, woo. And then you have like people like a situation like Floyd Mayweather is the most gifted boxer of this generation, if not of all time. And you have even black people who go out of their way to hate on him, like out of their way, like won't even give him credit for anything, you know? Or the situation like with Floyd, you know, where Floyd Mayweather, you know, everyone else seems to be offended or at least taking notice, like, hey, that, you know, that was suspect. What's up with it? And Floyd's like, man, get out the way. I'm going in Gucci right now. Y'all could complain. Y'all could be crying about it. I'm about to spend, you know, $150,000 with him. You know, so it's crazy. Like, you know, guys like Maidana and stuff, you don't really see that. You don't see like Argentine fans and shit who don't support the Sergio Maravillas and Maidanas and Diego Chavez and Lucas Matisse. You know, even if they have bumps and bruises and losses, you still see that support, you know. But then you ask even just Americans, you know, about American fighters. Oh, I fucking hate Andre Ward and Andre Coward, and you know, they signed him with Kovalev calling him son of judges, and they like, yeah, got him. I hate Ward, inactive Ward, stupid ass Ward. You know, look at Errol Spence's nipples, Terrence Crawford, he ain't fought nobody. Like, god damn. You know, like, you got American fighters, some of which represented America in the Olympics, that don't get no propers, no proper etiquette, no celebration. You don't really see that in these other areas. Like, guys from the Ukraine, you don't think they're behind the Lomachenko. I'm not saying everybody. I'm not saying if you're from the Ukraine, you have to love Lomachenko. But just look at it, you know, because I see him at the fight. There's somebody coming out with similar haircuts and the Ukraine flag. And, you know, I've even talked to people. I have a picture with dude. He looked like he could be Triple G's relative. And I was like, hey, bro. He's like, yeah, I watch it. He's like, I watch all your stuff. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, where you from? He's like, I'm from Kazakhstan. He was like, hey, no. Like, he literally looked like he could be one of Triple G's relatives, you know? Similar eyes, you know, complexion was similar, dark hair, and he told me he was from Kazakhstan. And he flew all the way to New York to watch Daniel Jacobs versus Triple G. I got a picture with him and everything. You feel me? And then you don't get that support, you know, like you even have like the American fighters, and then people, like, sometimes people don't. Like, that's why the UK's lit right now, because they get behind their fighters, you know. You got people like Daniel Jacobs. He's selling in the Barclays and shit 4,000, 5,000 tickets. And he's a good dude, and he's a good fighter, and he was in tough fights. Crazy. If you think about it, it's crazy. You know? Andre Ward got owned. Okay. I'm not gonna argue with a motherfucker named Milton, cause I remember them Milton Bradley, them games and shit. So you probably full of them. So whatever. Andre Ward got owned. That's what's up. I refuse to argue with somebody named Milton. Hardcore rapper, but he's Milton. Like, it don't ask him. Who cares what he's talking about, bro? It's not even worth it. David Turner said, why won't it let me do another super chat? I don't know. Ask YouTube. They the one. They be trying to get, man. I'm a screenshot. I'm gonna send this to YouTube. I'm about to. They trying to stun on us. Like, do they think you got a stolen credit card? They're like, the Black Channel, they're always using stolen car. I don't know why I won't let you super chat, my guy. Ward had a discussion on different point of view. Stop trying to start beef. Man, who cares what he's talking about? I'm not arguing with no one named Milton. That's for starters. If your name is Milton, okay, you won. You beat me. Listen, everybody has an opinion. Ward spoke his opinion. It is what it is. See, and this is the thing I don't understand. Like, the thing I don't understand is this: Wilder Fury is on the verge of being announced. Y'all motherfuckers is talking about a tweet from December. Like, really? Like, what? This what I'm saying, bro. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, so if anything, Wilder made sure that anybody that may have potentially doubted that he would fight Tyson Fury again, he spoke with actions. So what are we even talking about? So if anyone thought he wouldn't fight him again on any level, the fight's about to get announced. That's what I'm saying. Some of y'all are like real life little kids. Like, it's like you like soap operas or some shit, novellas and shit. Like, I don't even care about it, bro. That's why you don't see me making no video. I don't care. I'm just glad we're getting the rematch. I'm not trying to act above it or cool or say this because I'm cool with Ward, but it's just, what is the point? What is the point of me going back and forth and arguing? And the fight's gonna happen. How is that? Like, as you get older, you start realizing you got to work smarter, not harder. You know what I'm saying? I'm about efficiency. You know, I have processes that I do and that I've done, and it's worked, no problem. But now I'm at a point where I'm trying to fine tune it, make that process more efficient. So if it took me, let's say, 30 minutes to do this, how could I do it in 15 without degrading the quality? That's where my mind is at this point in my life. You guys choose to argue about stuff that's really irrelevant. Ward said what he said. He's a grown-ass man. He said it whether you agree or disagree. I made a video when he said it because it was relevant in December. You guys are still talking about it when it looks like Wilder versus Fury is about to get announced. So we got Canelo fighting Jacobs. You got the young kids like Devin Haney. I heard he might fight someone like Gamboa, right? Shakur Stevenson stepping up, right? Teofimo is about to be on the Crawford Khan pay-per-view. You got Terrence Crawford always doing what he's supposed to be doing, about to fight Amir Khan, a big name. You got Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia, and y'all are choosing to talk about something that is really neither here nor there because Wilder Fury is about to get announced. Me personally, that ain't efficient. That's why you don't see me making videos about that. It's not because I'm cool with Ward and I don't want to jump in. It's because it doesn't matter. Like, even if Ward's a grown man, like, I like the 49ers. I think he likes the Raiders. You know, he from Hayward, Oakland, so he probably like the Raiders. So it's not about, like, the thing is, you can respectfully disagree with somebody that you respect. To me, it just doesn't hold any weight because either way, Deontay Wilder, as a heavyweight champion of the world, if anybody thought he wouldn't fight him, or if anyone thought Tyson Fury, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing and making the fight. So me, I can't see it. So I don't really have. That's why you don't see that in none of my titles. What am I going to talk about it for? The fight's about to happen. From all the sources I've heard, Wilder Fury 2 gets done. Niggas feel big throwing coon. What? Who are you? Vito Pierce? Who are you, bro? He talking about do some research. Okay, I want to research you. Who are you? Please tell me. Who is Vito Pierce? Vidal Sassoon. Who are you, bro? He's like, do research. Shout out to Eggers. Anyway, I got to get to this money. Shout out to David Turner, $10 super chat. What's your opinion on Beyonce Water coming in lighter See, I don't do all that name calling and shit. Beyonce Water coming in lighter than usual in the fight with Tyson Fury. I feel Beauty came in on his normal weight. Tyson Fury would have gotten backed up. I don't know if that's autocorrect or if you're trying to like be funny, but I don't know. I think he should I think he should weigh a little bit more. See, I think he should weigh what he's always weighed. He's always been in the 218 to 227 range. I think that's where he should be at. He came in at 209. That's like cruiserweight shit. So I think he should up the poundage a little bit. Like, obviously he has power even at 219, but you know, Tyson Fury has a big frame that outbox him. You know, I don't think we've seen good speed with Wilder, you know, even when he was at 220 something. So I think he'll be good right there. Man, I was so confused. I thought he was saying Beyonce got her own brand of water coming out. Like Queen Bee Aqua or some shit. I thought she had her own smart water. I was trying to read that. Yeah, I don't think he has to overdo it and come in at 240 or something that he never does, but you know, 220. Oh, shout out David Turner. He did another $10 super chat. He said Wilder versus Tyson Fury, not Beyonce. I'm driving right now. Voice recognition ain't shit. LOL. That's what I'm saying. His earlier comments weren't like trolling, so I was like, well, I don't know why he's putting Beyonce Water and stuff. But you know what the sad part about it is? He did it by mistake through speech to text. But that really sounds like something, the kiddish games that they be playing, like the old media and man fans. So that really sounds like an ongoing name that they would use. That's what's sad about it. It shows you how petty and immature that they are. You know, that actually sounds like Beyonce Water. You know, that sounds like something they would actually have said. So I thought you were really just trying to roast. They'd be like, oh yeah, Floyd. Well, I don't even want to say it because, you know, YouTube been tripping, but they'll put Mayweather with the G. You know, Freud Mayweather, and just hella stupid shit. Lamont Cheaterson and Andre Squirto, like they just be trying so hard to do these names and shit. Listen. Let's talk about the title, Joshua. The fight's not horrible, but I think the timing is. I'm going to say it again. The fight's not horrible, but the timing is. Anthony Joshua is attempting to break into the United States American market when his profile amongst American fans is probably at its lowest. Who disagrees with that? They say I talk a little fast. If you listen real fast, I ain't got to slow down for you to catch up. I'm going to say it again. I don't think the fight's like that bad. Like, you know, it's not the number one fight I want to see, you know, but I don't think it's a horrible fight, like the worst ever, you know, but I don't think the fight's horrible, but the timing is. Once again, Anthony Joshua is attempting to invade the American market when his profile amongst a lot of American fans is at an all-time low. You know, people are so what is the word? So over it, you know, with the whole he's not fighting Wilder, he's not fighting Tyson Fury, he's not fighting Luis Ortiz. So the timing's bad. And then on top of that, we thought he was going to fight Dillian White. You're not even fighting him. At the very least, Dillian White had a good monster 2018, and he's giving you tough fights. Not like, see, Gerald Miller, this is the thing why it's not, in my opinion, not being received even like a Dillian White would be. We at the very least, whether you love the Dillian AJ2, which I wasn't even a huge fan of that, but the thing you have to at least respect is Dillian White has been climbing back up the ladder since the loss. You know, that was his only loss, and he's fought good names. Derek Chisora twice. You know, he fought Lucas Brown, former champion, even though I didn't rate Lucas Brown as the #1. But for a guy who's non-champion, he's been fighting some good people. Joseph Parker, former champion, right? He fought Robert Helenius, who was a guy who was supposed to blow at one point. So he's been doing what he's been doing, was supposed to be doing. And he's moreover, he's proven to give Joshua issue. He's proved, because he's fought him. Gerald Miller is a complete shot in the dark. We don't know what is going to happen, because Gerald Miller hasn't fought anyone. Name one person that is a Joshua caliber fighter that we've seen Gerald Miller. So I'm not saying he can't do good, but maybe he could do bad. We don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. It's like a rookie court, like Mahomes. Shout out to KC. It's like Mahomes being a newer quarterback in the league. If let's say he would have advanced to the Super Bowl, we don't know what to expect. If he advanced to the Super Bowl, how would you know? He's not Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Russell Wilson, a guy who has a ring. Guys who have rings and like been in the league. So we don't really know what it's not saying Mahomes sucks or Mahomes can't do this or is this and that. We don't know, because there's no data to support that. There's no data to show what Gerald Miller can do at even a similar level to Joshua, because Dog Bandinu will get smoked by anybody who's in the top 3. Tyson Fury would beat the fuck out of him. Luis Ortiz would stretch him. Wilder would stretch him. AJ would stretch Dog Bandinu, I'm talking about. So we don't really have much of a gauge. It's like having a car. You have the tire pressure gauge, so you can gauge how much air, how much PSI is in your tires. We don't really have an accurate gauge on what Gerald Miller is. So we're driving around with tires that look, they look good. See, oh my gosh, these analogies be coming through. Listen, your tire can have low tire pressure, even though you can't really see it. It doesn't have to look super deflated like Tom Brady footballs and shit. But you could be driving on dangerous or bad tires, but they look cool. The PSI the pressure could be really low, but to the naked eye, unless you get up underneath it and stuff, it could look good. That's how fighters are when you don't have an accurate gauge. So if you don't have that's why they came out with the tire pressure gauge, so you could check the pressure to see where you're at and know if you're in the right range. See, the thing with Gerald Miller, he's been looking good, but we don't really have anything to gauge it with in terms of Joshua caliber opponent that he's faced, like somebody who's in prime, like once beaten, twice beat, like a Joseph Parker, Luis Ortiz, Dillian White, Wilder. We don't have nothing like that to gauge it on. So how do we know what it's gonna be? That's my thing, but it's boxing, so maybe he can shock people because he has that element of surprise. But I'm just saying, we don't know. So for all things considered, it's gonna be a weird. I'm interested to see how the turnout is. I'm not going to say it's going to be horrible, but I really don't know. I wouldn't bet big bucks that it's going to be what they think it is, because Wilder just said this. He said that Joshua and Miller are, he said Joshua's fairly unknown, and he says Miller's unknown even in his own city. So it's going to be interesting to see how people get behind this fight. It's going to be interesting because I don't know. And I think they got gassed up because Canelo, he fought in New York for the first time since he's been real big and did a good crowd with the guy like Rocky Fielding. So now Eddie Hearn's like, aha. But you can't compare Canelo to AJ. Max Kellerman said AJ is bigger than Canelo in terms of boxing star power. Bullshit. I said that from the jump, and I still stand by that. There's no way. Canelo was like cultivated on American pay-per-view, on the biggest guy in boxing when he fights, Floyd Mayweather undercards. And then he branched out and started doing his own main events, Jose Cito Lopez, Austin Trout, and then all his other pay-per-views and Cotto fight. So he's been integrated into the American market for a while. AJ hasn't. So just because Canelo's able to pull in big crowds with the Rocky Fielding, that doesn't mean nothing because AJ ain't been fighting out here. Canelo has. Canelo has consistently. I don't put it this way. When's the last time Canelo fought in Mexico? Oh, wait. Not spar, not trained. When is the last time Canelo fought in Mexico, where he's from? Guadalajara or anywhere in Mexico. I'll wait. I'll wait. Oh, y'all ain't got no answers? Okay. Oh, y'all don't have no guesses? Okay. Oh, wait. This is why new media wins, man. It's not just my opinion. It's like opinion heavily influenced by fact. People are saying 2008, 2009, which is about right. So that being said, that means he hasn't fought where he's from in 9-10 years. So where was he fighting? I'm glad you asked. That means he was fighting somewhere else. We know he ain't been fighting in the UK. We know he wasn't fighting in Australia. We know he wasn't fighting in Kazakhstan and China. He was fighting here. So that means Canelo has been integrated into the American boxing workflow for 9 to 10 years. Joshua has not. So you're hoping that Joshua's star power, and then whoever knows about him, and the fact that it's a heavyweight fight are going to just flood out, to go see it. Which maybe that works. I don't know. But you're not Canelo. Canelo does 51,000 in Texas. Put Joshua in Texas. See what happens. Put Joshua at Alamo Dome or, San Antonio or where the Astros play. No comparison. So, Golden Boy, that's their cash cow. They've done some good jobs with Canelo, particularly, because he is a part of boxing and in American boxing. People know Canelo. I've been to, man, I was at, I think we were in Linwood. I had some bomb-ass crab out there, too. I was in Linwood when he fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. It was Canelo Chavez. This shit was crazy, y'all. I got video. It was crazy. There was so many fucking people. So many people. Put Joshua in Linwood, California, and see if that many people come out. Put him in Texas like Canelo. That's what I'm saying. Canelo has different level of star power in America. Promise you that. Like I said, if you don't believe me, tell Eddie Hearns to do a press tour and then go back to Linwood. That's right by LA. Go to Linwood, California, and put AJ versus Miller press tour and see if as many people pull up. And then you can compare it. I got the footage, so you can compare it against Canelo Chavez Jr. Like even when Canelo was fighting Triple G, I think it was the first fight. They did an outdoor media workout outside, y'all, in LA, and it was like 106 degrees outside. It was like 106, and hella people showed up. Let's see if how many people are willing to go to a press tour outdoors for Joshua in America when the temperature is 105 to 108 with no shade. They did it for Canelo and Golovkin, but let's see if they'll do it for Joshua and Gerald Miller. I know what I'm saying is right. Yeah, man. It is what it is, but yeah, I think the timing is all wrong. Like, why didn't Joshua fight? And even what he said in that clip I played earlier, he was like, "Oh, providing I have no mandatories, Okay, so Gerald Miller is definitely not your mandatory, and you fighting him. So why was up with all the mandatory talk? Gerald Miller's not your mandatory. If anything, Dillian White is your mandatory. Bro, what? Oh my gosh. Dillian White is actually ranked with the WBA or WBO. I think maybe even both. So how is it? How is Joshua even fighting? Bro, oh my gosh. Okay, this is horrible, yo. They were getting close to the Wilder fight. Conveniently, the WBA had all of these, make the fight with Povetkin in 24 hours, right? And then he was doing all this mandatory talk. Like, oh, provided I have no mandatories, I want to fight Wilder. It was saying all this stuff about mandatories, right? Now, we know Gerald Miller's not your mandatory. Dillian White actually is ranked highly. Let me pull it up. We see new media. See, what I do is it's so much more labor. So much more. It's so much more labor. But I do it for y'all. Just so there's no confusion. Oh, wow. Y'all doing, look, 2 seconds worth of work. Do y'all want me to show you my findings? Wow. If y'all want me to show y'all, could I get a hell yeah in the comment section? If y'all want me to show y'all what I found, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? Crazy, man. Wow. Wow. I'm going to show y'all what I found. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Man, it opened it super huge. Hold on. Look. WBO. Who's the number one? Dillian White. Miller's number 3, and this Schwartz dude is above him. So, how is it that Joshua has to fight Bro, Dillian got worked over. Dillian White got ranked over. He got worked over him. So this is what I'm talking about. Joshua kept saying, "Oh, provided there are no mandatories, I'll fight Wilder." Right? Oh wow. Crazy. Crazy. I don't know who the Schwartz dude is. Fucking Arnold and shit. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. This shit is tripping. Can y'all hear me? If y'all can hear me, type 6. Type the number 6. It says it's tripping on my side. I have no idea why. Can you guys hear me? Type the number 6 if you hear me with no lag, no, it's not choppy. No issue. All right. I don't know. It's tripping. I'm about to get off here. Yeah, YouTube got to get this together. Anyway, the bottom line is I feel like Dillian White really got like played in this situation. So let me get this straight. I believe Joshua fought Povetkin. No, he did for the WBA, right? See, this is the politics. The WBA is the one that got in the way, right? That got in the way of the Wilder fight being closed, and they said, "Oh, you got to fight Povetkin. That's your WBA man." So he just satisfied his WBA mandatory, right? Your WBO mandatory. How is it conveniently with the WBO? Dillian White is ranked number 1 and Miller's ranked number 3, yet he's fighting Miller. But coincidentally, when he wanted to fight Povetkin instead of Wilder, Povetkin mandatory got called. Answer that. Why? So everyone in the world thought that, Dillian White, he's ranked in multiple sanctioning bodies, and he's ranked in a sanctioning body in which Joshua hasn't defended, right? He just defended the WBA. So why is he not due up for his WBO mandatory? But every time it comes to Wilder, he has a mandatory conveniently. You see how, okay, everyone wanted to see Wilder Joshua in 2018. Oh, got my mandatory. I don't know. Kubrat Pulev and Alexander Povetkin and Dillian White. I got these mandatories, and then the Wilder fight don't happen. You satisfy your WBA mandatory in Povetkin. You have 4 belts that you constantly brag about. Oh, I got 4 belts. So WBO I just showed y'all, WBO ranked Dillian White. He is the highest ranking person with the WBO. So the WBA should be cool because he just fought Povetkin. Now look at the WBO. Heavyweight champion Joshua, Dillian White number 1. Miller's number 3. But somehow, some way, you're in the perfect time frame to fight the guy who's ranked underneath Dillian White in the WBO, and they haven't called that mandatory. But every single time we want to see the fight we want to see, he's talking about mandatories. So it sounds like they're playing games with the mandatory. They're like playing with the mandatory situation. Like they know the rules and the dates, and if it's who they want to fight, then they'll fight them. Somebody explain that. How is it that why didn't the WBO why didn't the WBO force, and don't tell me because the WBC just called for Dillian White versus Dominic Brazil, because that was all but 2 days ago. So how come the WBO for the last, since January hasn't ordered for Joshua to defend his WBO against the mandatory? When is the last time Joshua defended his WBO belt, that he got from Joseph Parker in March? How is he not due for that? You got listen to what I'm saying. He fought at the March 31st, I think, of last year against Joseph Parker, and he obtained the belt. March 31st of this year, this is off the top of my head too, March 31st of this year will be the 1 year since he got that. He's not fighting in April anymore. He's fighting in June. So you're fighting in June. So that means you will have had the WBO belt since March 31st, 2018. So March 31st, 2019 is going to pass. That's a year. And then guess what? June, hold on, my birthday month is March. That's the 3rd month. June is the 5th month. So it's going to be a year and 2 months or whatever since you got the belt. But conveniently, the WBO hasn't ordered Dillian White versus AJ, who Dillian White is ranked higher. Dillian White got screwed because he's ranked higher than Gerald Miller in that sanctioning body, and he's had that belt since March 31st of last year, and conveniently, there's no mandatory that got called. I just thought of this right now. We breaking ground. I told you, we like forensic files. So explain that. How come the WBO? See, how does this stuff work? Wilder is a unification, undisputed. That trumps everything. But somehow, some way, the WBA got tired of waiting, and then they forced Team Joshua's hand into fighting Povetkin. Joshua, listen, it's getting pretty pathetic, to be honest. For the last few fights, Joshua keeps calling for the bigger fish and saying he doesn't want to fight other guys, but he keeps fighting. Joshua himself admitted that Miller was his 4th choice. So you keep not fighting your 1st, 2nd, 3rd choice, and you're fighting the guys that you say you don't even want to fight. You tell me where there's a disconnect. You keep saying, oh, I want Wilder, I want Fury, I want Luis Ortiz, I want Dillian White. If the crowd wants it, Man, what was the point of getting when Dillian White knocked out Derek Chisora? AJ went to that fight, but didn't go to Wilder Fury, the guys he says he really wants to fight, right? And we didn't know the Wilder Fury is going to be a draw. He still didn't show up, but he went to Derek Chisora versus Dillian White. And not only that, Wilder Fury won. He didn't show up in America to go watch the fight live, and he did it for Dillian White, Derek Chisora. And he was in America at least a day or two later. He was in Oregon filming with Under Armour, right? It was even on his Snapchat. He said he had to go to bed. The whole story is not really making sense. It really doesn't, you know? So the WBA felt the need when you were on the verge of fighting Wilder, and you were just settling in and getting these last two small notes or issues. It was very public because Dan Raphael wrote an article with ESPN. You know, everybody knows ESPN. And Shelly Finkel did an interview with them exclusively and says, yo, we like it. We'll come to the UK. We agree to the money. We have two little issues that need to be hashed out, and then it's on and popping. Yet when it comes to negotiations with Gerald Miller, you know, I heard they had agreed on most of the principal points, but they were still hashing out stuff. When it comes to Wilder Fury 2, I heard they agreed to the harder deal making points, but they still had some stuff to hash out, which is very customary to agree to, like, the basis of the deal, but you got a couple little things you have to determine, like, oh, I want someone on, you know, one of my friends on the undercard, or, you know, whatever, little rules like that. So when it comes to negotiations with Gerald Miller, we knew this fight was coming, and it was like getting close, and there was some back and forth. But when it came to the Shelly Finkel doing the ESPN interview, that back and forth was automatically cut short because the WBA had just had it, and they said, no, you have to fight Povetkin 24-hour deadline. Come on, bro. There's nobody that's fooled by this at this point at all. At all. It's too cliche. It's like, remember who remembers this? Let me stop, because this is child abuse right now. I remember too much. My brain, the mental dexterity, the capacity, it's just too much. If y'all want me to keep going, can I get a hell yeah? I guess I'll keep going if the fans want it. Shout out to Kane. Exactly. He said that was the longest 24 hours in history. Facts. If y'all want me to keep going and drilling these points home with all facts, can I get a hell yeah? Oh my God, I just thought of something else. See, I gotta stop because I just keep thinking. I keep thinking of more and more. Smash the like button. The real is back. I told you, we gonna get to the bottom of this. And see, you notice old media doesn't even try to combat the point. If anything, they'll say Ego sucks, his channel sucks, he's biased and racist, bias, you know, whatever. But they're definitely not responding to these points and, you know, these talking points that I'm coming up with. All right, smash the like button. So, who remembers when Eddie Hearns tried to pin Wilder before he fought Tyson Fury, right? He tried to pin Wilder into a deal, making a deal before the Tyson Fury fight on December 1st even happened. Who remembers that? Who remembers Eddie Hearns saying, oh, yeah, these deals, we need time to promote and blah, blah, blah. We got to get the ball rolling. We need time. You know, we can't wait till Tyson Fury. We're not waiting till Wilder Fury. Who remembers that? Okay. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Daryl Zapata, Phil Banks, Lauren, Bayside. Okay, so people remember. I'm just making sure. So here's now, knowing what we know now and how Wilder versus AJ got announced. Hey, you didn't have to, Hamza, you didn't have to block him. He was just joking. Just unblock him. Oh, you just put him in timeout. That's cool. He'll be back. Ease up on the triggers. You guys don't have to block people for stuff like that. But please sort that out so I don't have to keep stopping. Listen, I'm trying to make these points. Everybody remembers Eddie Hearns says we're not waiting till Wilder Fury outcome. We got a business to run. We can't wait till December 1st. He needs to sign to the deal. He needs to meet up with us, right? He made that deadline. Like, we can't wait. We can't wait. But you just now came to terms with Gerald Miller, like, obviously recently, and the fight just got announced today. For me, it's only 11 o'clock for me, so still today. So let's tie this together. He was rushing Deontay Wilder before. Wilder was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm washing my hands. I'm absolving myself of this situation. They wasted my time. Tyson Fury's game. We got our thing. We got a press tour. We already got face off. I'm in camp. I don't care about Joshua. They know what we want. You know, my focus is Tyson Fury. You know, Eddie Hearns literally said we don't have time to wait till Wilder Fury fight. Wilder needs to meet up with us and check his email and agree before December 1st. That's what he said, because he said we need time. Oh, yeah, April's coming up and we need time to promote and this and that. So if giving up April 13th at Wembley was a possibility, which it clearly is because you're not fighting at Wembley April 13th, then why couldn't you have done that for Deontay Wilder? Somebody answer that. Let me repeat the question. You said Wilder, Eddie Hearns, being you, he said, Eddie Hearns says, we can't wait till December 1st. Our show must go on. AJ needs an opponent and we need time to promote, you know, because negotiations take this long and, you know, we won't be ready to promote in time by April 13th. But you're not fighting April 13th. So obviously you were flexible on being able to give up that date or keep the date, right? So why was Wilder under the gun with pressure to agree before December 1st? But then when it came to Gerald Miller, the shit didn't even get announced until right now. Today is February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. So you wanted Wilder to agree before December 1st, and it's been two plus months, and you're just now announcing your next opponent. So it took you two plus months to find and announce an opponent for Gerald Miller. I thought you had to get this show on the road with the promotion. It's looking shaky, yo. You said he needed to commit to AJ before December 1st, and then now it takes you over 2 months, because December 1st, January 1st, February 1st. Takes you 2 months and 2 weeks or whatever. The 14th, that's 14 days. You know, tomorrow's the 14th. So you announced your fight with Gerald Miller on the 13th. So roughly it takes you 2 months and 2 days to announce your next opponent. So you really didn't need that much time to promote. And if you're flexible with giving up that April 13th date, which you did because you're fighting Gerald Miller at Madison Square Garden, then why wasn't that presented option to Wilder? Why didn't you not tell him that? Why was he under the gun and under this immense pressure to take a flat fee? And now, once again, like I've been saying, this Eddie Hearns, Barry Hearns concoction with Anthony Joshua has backfired. Joshua's profile is taking a hit, and they're letting other people get in positions of power where it's making it worse and worse for him. Now you messed around, and Wilder could have a trilogy with Fury and just not deal with it. You know, I don't know if the fans will like that or whatever, but that's a possibility. If the fight is received in a certain way and it plays out a certain way, especially if Wilder loses, you know, that could be a trilogy right there. Then who's Anthony Joshua going to fight? Dillian White, you know, Dominic Breazeale again if he beats Dillian White. Now you let these people outside of Joshua gain bargaining chips, gain momentum. Now you letting Wilder get like There was a point in time where you could be like, nah, Wilder, you know, you would have to argue if does he deserve 35, 36%, 40%. You know, 45, is that pushing it? Now he's in a position, there's no argument at all. You know, because his stock is growing, especially if he beats Tyson Fury convincingly, you know, or if Tyson Fury beats Wilder convincingly. Whoever wins that convincingly, their stock is going to grow. And they're getting stronger. Yeah, I remember the Gerald Miller live hot tub thing. What about it? Yeah, it's a bad look. He's letting people catch up. Because before it was like, you know, debatable if Wilder should get over a certain percentage. Now he fucked around and let Wilder get in a position where if he wins, it's not going to be debatable at all. You know, he really has a strong positioning to say, I've done more than you in the last year and a half. Give me 50-50 for real. But before, that was more of a pipe dream for him to get 50-50. You know, people were like, I don't know. I don't know if he can get 50-50. It's crazy what a year does. I'm out. Let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Definitely not a great look. Not a great look at all. Shout out to Gerald Miller. He got a bag, so that's good for him. It's just he's a wild card. We don't know. We don't know what he'll do. But hopefully he makes it a interesting fight. We'll have to see how it all plays out. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Ego Show, Boxing Ego. Appreciate you. Shout out to my shooters. You know, everybody that super chatted. David Turner, Patrick Cisneros. We just working, people. Milton Johnson. We all working. We all grinding. More boxing on the way. Holla at the boy. Appreciate y'all.